Among the victims of the July 1st Price County plane crash was a pilot licensed to fly in adverse weather.
We're learning he was trained to fly single and multi-engine planes as well. Over to News Channel 7's Emma Henderson. Emma, what do these qualifications mean to the investigation?
Well, it means the pilot was qualified to fly a Cessna 421C class, which is the type of plane involved in this crash. It also means he had more training than beginners, and the pilot was also instrument rated, meaning he can fly in less than perfect weather conditions.
So if you disappear off a radar, that's when red flags start going up.
This is an inside look at a Cessna 421, similar to the one involved in Saturday's deadly crash. The manager of the Marshfield Airport says it's good for weekend trips, like the fishing trip the victims were on.
That would be a pretty normal use for this type of plane.
He says the plane's interior is smaller.
You have to be at least agreeable to sit in an airplane and not fight with each other, because there's not a whole lot of room.
While it could take months to learn what caused the crash, NTSB investigators say there was discussion about a local weather phenomenon between the pilot and air traffic control before the plane went down. A meteorologist with the National Weather Service out of Duluth, Minnesota says around the same time the crash happened, cloud cover was low in the area.
The sky cover was around 600 feet, but then started to clear up around 2:15 a.m.
Well, imagine flying through a cloud. You have very limited vision, but it's 360 degrees everywhere you look.
Geyer says in those moments, the pilot has to rely heavily on their instruments.
It's very intimidating. It's very disorientating. So that's why you have to look at your instruments to rely on what your aircraft is doing, because your equilibrium has no reference to go by.
Even though we don't know the cause of the crash, the manager of the Marshfield Airport tells me that when there's cloud cover, the plane's bright lights tend to reflect back in the pilot's face. Of the victims of the plane, 70-year-old Kevin James King of Bensonville, Illinois, was the only certified pilot. According to the FAA, the plane is owned by Sky King Flying Services based in Wilmington, Delaware.
Emma Henderson live in the studio. Thank you. All 6 people killed in the crash have now been identified. Their names are on the screen. Tonight we know the on-site investigation is over. The wreckage has been removed and is now in Minnesota for further investigation. A preliminary report on the investigation will likely be released within 10 days. Final reports won't be released for 12 to 18 months.